wherever you want.
What would you do if you had my life? Work like me, had them stripes. Would you go hard just to have that ice? But I do still trying to have that price. Any yo cooking about to add that spice. Nowadays dudes never had that fight. When it push bill, better burst your pipes. What would you do if you had my life? Work like me, had them stripes. Would you go hard just to have that ice? But I do still trying to have that price. Any yo cooking about to add that spice. Nowadays dudes never had that fight. When it push bill, better burst your pipes.
The WNBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by the SGPN app. Get all of our Pick Sam podcasts for free with the SGPN app. Yes, sir. We are back with another edition of the WNBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. No, me, no, the voice of the guy. It's me, really raw for the Terrell Furman Jr. here at Shore Service. And it's another week in the WNBA, and things just continue to get more and more interesting around the league. We didn't cover last night, but you should be watching the games anyway. Last night, Connecticut Sun, an outright win as 11.5-point dogs. No Olivia Miles. They still get the win. Not gonna lie. Very impressed, especially on the road. Minnesota doesn't lose too many times at home. And to drop one against Connecticut, one, emphasizes how good Olivia Miles is. But two, Connecticut might be on the rise. My Valkyries got the win and cover on the road in DC. And all three road teams getting the win because Seattle Storm killed the Los Angeles Sparks 82-64. Injuries around the league. Olivia Miles has been out. Caitlin Clark has missed some time. Kelsey Plum still missing time. Asia Wilson missed a game or two. But Aces have a week off, and Becky Hammond said she should play next game. She could have played the last game. They just gave her more rest. Indiana got that win against the Aces, 84-68 in that game. Yeah, I think that's, I don't think any other big around the league. No. All right. Michael Hills is here. Scott Studio Reichel. Scott, what's going on?
Scotty, beat me up.
Surprise.
Yeah, looking forward to another week. We, of course, are going through 5 games. So we have the games tonight and for tomorrow. Should be fun. Looking forward to it. And, yeah, a couple of interesting games.
I just want to also point out that my Valkyries held the Washington Mystics to under 50 points.
Yeah, Mystics couldn't score in the entire game.
5-game win streak for the Valkyries. Actually, hey, if you go look at the WNBA power rankings, my Valkyries are power rank number 1 right now.
Well, they own Atlanta. They're, 3-0 against the Dream this season?
Oh, it was like 3-0 in like the span of a week.
Yeah.
It was like the span of a week or two. They won 3 straight against that team. Yeah, shout out to my Valkyries getting things done right now. I don't know if I'd have them power rank number 1. I think that's Minnesota, but defense wins games. All right. We got 2 days of betting games to talk about. We're going to get into the slate, but first, got to remind everybody 162 games in baseball. That's what it is, 162 games. I found that out not too long ago. Didn't know it was that many. I knew it was 100-something. Didn't know it was 162. That's almost 200. So by the time, the World Series winner plays 200 baseball games probably. Maybe around that. Close? No? That's not enough. I don't think that's enough. Yeah, that's probably not enough. Either way, go listen to somebody like Scott. That's way more insightful into baseball than me at the MLB Gambling Podcast, wherever you get your podcast. Go check them out. All right. Scott, First game up on the slate. 8 p.m. on the East Coast today. We have the New York Liberty, our New York Liberty, Liberty Bibry, at home, and they're going to play the Dallas Wings. Wings catching 4. 175.5 is the total. That line actually is going down, it looks like. Let's pull up an injury report here, because of course that's the one thing I didn't have pulled up. All right, injury report for this game, and I've got for the Dallas Wings, Haley Jones out. Satu is still out for the Liberty, and Phoebich is out. Let me make sure that's updated. All right. Scott. Yep, Phoebich is out. That was an hour ago that came out. So Leone Phoebich is out for the game. Big defender for the New York Liberty, and a little bit of shot making on the outside as well. They're going to miss her. Maybe Lainey Hamilton comes in and steps in for that role. They were cheering for her, Scott, in the game. She didn't log 1 minute, but they were calling for her to get into the game. What do you like here with the Wings catching 4 on the road in New York?
Yeah, the line feels a bit short. I understand how important Phoebich is to this team. The Liberty, though, have been very good lately. We thought they might have a bit of a hangover spot after beating the Aces. Yes, we know that Asia didn't play in the Commissioner's Cup final. They also beat the Aces right before that. So we thought the Lynx were in a good spot. And it didn't matter because the Liberty jumped them and they won comfortably. So they're in good form. The Wings, look, we know in general this season they've been a little bit up and down. They're still talented, but definitely not exactly a great road team. I think the line's too short. I get that the Wings are fully healthy and the Liberty are not. But the Liberty at home, I think, is a team worth backing. Teams have the same record, but we know that the Wings are they're 7-5 on the road, but the Liberty have been on a bit of a heater recently. I'm going to go Liberty. I understand why the lines dropped, but they ended up beating the Aces by 8. They beat the Lynx by 13. I like their form. The Wings did beat Toronto and Connecticut, 2 teams who are just not very good, if we're being honest here. And they were struggling against the Sun in that game, came back in miraculous fashion and won. But they haven't exactly played that well recently. Lost to Minnesota by 8, lost to the Aces by 15, barely beat Seattle by 2 in overtime. They've beaten bad teams and lost to good teams, and they haven't exactly looked that impressive in the process. I'm on the Liberty. I think 4.5 is too short.
So I think I'm on a little bit of a narrative play here. Paige has been going absolutely bonkers. Did you see there's like a play? Who was that Connecticut? I think that was the Connecticut. It was Connecticut game. And she put the girl in a blender and made the shot. Put her in a blender. Like Paige Becker's like, I just want to take a second for everybody to understand. There's a difference between being able to shoot and having a bag. Paige Becker's has a bag.
Yeah.
Like a bag of tricks that she could just go to make a shot. I'm dangerously close to saying that it's Kyrie-esque.
Okay.
In terms of how she can get to her spot and be able to either get to the rim or make a shot.
I still wish she shot the ball more, but she definitely has the ability to get space.
We would love more aggression. We would love more aggression. With that being said, going up against Stewie here, I think that's going to be an interesting little narrative for her. Big UConn, idol going up against Stewie and this Liberty team. And I don't know without Phoebich if the Liberty really have what it takes to guard her. I think that Phoebich, the really big thing that she takes away is what she brings defensively, being able to get in the passing lanes, the length. She's 6 feet. Like it's really annoying having her on the other side of you. And so I think that defensively for the Liberty is going to be a problem here. I'm kind of concerned about if Dallas just is able to just continue to score and run the score up on them. Because Dallas can put up 90 points per game. On the road this season, 90 points per game. 90 on the road. Like, they're putting up a whole bunch of points here. And so it's going to be what the Liberty can do defensively if they can slow them down defensively. And I just don't know if they're going to be able to do that with this Wings offense. I understand the Wings haven't looked like, quote unquote, the best. But I think that a high visibility spot going up against the Liberty here, I think they're going to come to play. I think I'm going to go to the other side of you. And something in my gut is just telling me that the Wings are going to make this a close game, and they're going to go out there and they're going to compete. They also do have a win in New York this season. So 91-76. So it is a revenge spot for the Liberty. I'm going to back the Wings here. I think this is them getting up for one of the top teams in the league. Paige Becker's UConn versus UConn against Stewie. And that's the talk of the town. She gets a major assist from Jessica Shepard in this game on the inside and on the glass, because the Liberty definitely can allow bigs to just dominate them on the glass. And if she's getting offensive rebounds and giving them second opportunities for threes, I think that it could break down for the Liberty in this game. So I like the Wings to score. I will take Wings +4, and I like the over for the game, over 175.5. I understand the Liberty been good defensively, but I think the Wings come up into this game and push the pace a little bit.
Yeah, so I like the over with you. The over is definitely the play that I prefer. But we disagree on the side, but I do think we'll get points. So I'm with you on the over.
Let's see here. Liberty have been good at home, Scott. 4-1 ATS and straight up in their last 5 home games. So good towards you. All right. Let's see here. Next game on the slate. Let's talk about the Chicago Sky. Can I just play this not for the game, but for the organization overall? Because this is the news that really needs to get talked about here. One more time for the Chicago Sky. It's always something, Scott. It's always something. It's never not nothing with the Sky. It's never not nothing. I don't understand how you bring in Skylar. And I get it. I've seen the game. Skylar has not looked the best.
No.
But who are you bitching her for? Courtney Vandersloot? Is it going to be Courtney Vandersloot? Is it going to be Tosh? Like, that's why the Natasha Cloud thing was already head scratching, because you just have so many at the position. And so now you're telling Skylar Diggins, who you know is a hothead, who you know is opinionated, who you know is not going to take that well. You're going to tell her that you're sending her to the bench. And then now here she is on Instagram stories talking about it. I think they're making fake press releases that she's benched for like the first half or something like that. And then for the coach to just be like, it was a coach's decision. It's my decision. Like, what's going on with the Sky organization? It's always something.
Yeah, it's always going to be, dysfunction kind of runs in the entire Sky organization as a whole, and we're seeing it again. I mean, look, the team's terrible either way. Did the Cloud waving surprise you? It just felt kind of random, you know?
Why did you bring her in?
Well, I can understand why they brought her in. They brought her in because going into the season, they thought they might make a playoff push. Then Rakia gets injured, and they realize the team's falling apart. So I guess the argument is
already oversaturated at the position, and then even still, you were playing a rookie over her.
Yeah, the
undrafted rookie at that, I think.
Yeah, the argument could have been, in theory, they just wanted the veteran experience to help with depth and for a team that might make a playoff push. But once that ship sailed, they said, well, let's just play the young players a bit more. Maybe that's what's happening right now. They're kind of shoving the old guard out the door to let the younger players get some run, which does benefit the argument that we're seeing her potentially get benched for an undrafted free agent or an undrafted player.
Undrafted rookie. Crazy.
Yeah. because they want to go younger because the team's not any good. Like, that's the argument there. I mean, Vandersloot, you could argue, she must be a great locker room presence or something because I don't think she can move at this point in her career. I think you agree with me on that. I think Vandersloot's definitely washed at this point.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that Skylar, look, could she handle it better? Yes, obviously. I mean, going on social media and venting about it's not exactly a good idea by any athlete.
Yeah.
But I get why she's annoyed because the team is basically turning their back on one of their best players. But if the team stinks, then I guess why does it matter? You know? Like, does it really matter if they have added drama? Team stinks anyway. Like, why does that matter?
I mean, I get it. It's always something. Like, you can't. Connecticut is bad, and they're just bad, like, quietly. Like, they're just quietly bad. But Chicago just finds a way.
They should be. They're bad as a team that's relocating, and they're basically just pulling the plug on the location and the organization as it currently stands. Chicago was involving draft picks and trades. They got rid of Angel Reese. Like, I don't really know what I'd say direction is. I understand what Connecticut's trying to do. Like, they're trying to be bad. I get their logic. I don't know what Chicago's game plan is. You have anything else you want to add on this?
I just want to point out that one, it was drama with Reese, but this goes back to all the way back to Clea Copper leaving the organization and everything behind that. You go back even further than that. And I can remember Gabby Williams when she was first in the league and her issues with Chicago. And then Angel Reese came back and said, Gabby, come play with us. And she was like, not in Chicago. Former head coach James Wade and the messiness of that situation. It's just bad on the Chicago Sky, man. Really bad on the Chicago Sky. All right, back to the matter at hand here. The Sky are on the road playing in Phoenix. Mercury are laying 3. 173.5 is total injury report. And we have for these two teams, it looks like, oh man, Phoenix. Prashant, Whitcomb, Mac, and then, yeah, all out. Everybody else is not with the team anymore. Dejanay Carrington's still on the out list.
Has she played a single game all season?
Not yet.
I was going to say, I don't remember her playing again.
No, not yet. And I mean, wait until they got to work her into the lineup. Because you got to play her. Like, wait until they work Dejanay into the lineup.
Well, somebody's got to guard somebody.
This team is just, oh my gosh. I don't get it.
It is pretty unfortunate, though, that you acquire Carrington and then she just doesn't play for the first, 3 months of the season. That is just unlucky, you know?
No, because,
she's good.
I think that Carrington, I thought that Rakia, Carrington, and Skylar was a decent enough 3.
Yeah.
Not saying that it's not going to look like the Liberty or the Aces. No.
4 if you want to throw in Cardoso. 4 if you want to throw her
Cardoso, yeah. And Azare Stevens stretching the floor is really big as well. Like, I thought that was going to be a pretty good 5 that doesn't look like the Aces or the Liberty, but they compete like the Valkyries do every night.
Like a 500 team.
And then it's just like, and it's both of these two teams. Honestly, both of these two teams have injuries and all these little things that just pulled all these pieces out of the way. And now they look at where this is damn near a toilet bowl game, honestly. Like,
I'm taking Phoenix at home. With all the I don't know if you want to even include the distractions or not, but the fact that one of your best players is now unhappy, and there's a whole separate thing behind the scenes. Phoenix at least has been playing better basketball lately. Are they good? I didn't say that, but they are playing better basketball lately. You're looking at Phoenix. They won the first meeting of the season by 8, which is a good sign, but they've won 3 in a row, beat Indiana, beat Toronto, beat Seattle. Seattle is the home game there. They won by 23. They've been pretty good at home recently. I mean, they played Seattle twice in a row. They won by 20-plus apiece. Played the Aces, lost by 10, sure, but they've won 4 of the last 5. At least they're trying to turn it around. I'm not sure what Chicago's doing. Give me Phoenix at -3.5. At least they were showing some signs of improvement.
Yeah. it's really I just can't take Chicago right now.
Yeah, it's also an
But
East Coast team
the
traveling west,
angle,
which is not ideal, you know?
yeah, but the angle is that it's just so much going on, and like, bro, like Skylar haters would love for her to throw this hissy fit, and then they go out and win the game
Yeah.
on the road. Like I could see that's the only thing that I could say for Chicago is that this is just like the very bottom of dysfunction, and you only go up from here and you get some random win that some gives you somewhat momentum, and then they come back crashing down again. But like,
Yeah, the counterpoint, though, is that since it's such a dysfunctional franchise, are you actually expecting Chicago to nip everything in the bud? Probably not. Like, this is probably the organization that lets this controversy linger for a couple months, and it just turns fully toxic. I don't
Yeah.
trust the Sky's ability to end the drama sooner rather than later. I don't think they have the infrastructure in terms of the actual franchise to accomplish that feat. So I think this is going to be an issue for months, as far as I'm concerned. I think they might end up trading Skylar. Like, it might be that untenable of a situation. But I don't trust them to end the drama quickly. Do you? Because I don't. This franchise? No, I don't.
I think the big part for me in this game is going to be the battle on the glass between Alyssa Thomas and Camila Cardosa, and how she's able to just box her out, keep her off the boards, maybe secure some of her own, but just use her physicality and really battle with her and just keep her off of the glass and not allow her to get all these offensive rebounds and second chance attempts and all of that. So that's going to be the number one thing. And then it's also going to be the turnovers here, because the Sky turned the ball over all the time. And this Mercury team, I mean, they may not do a lot of good things defensively, but they'll at least force you to turn the ball over consistently. And so that could be an added layer. I think the number one play is the over 173.5. I mean, the Sky are giving up 94 points per game in their last 10 games. The Mercury have been better defensively, but we know that they're not the best defensively at all.
Yeah.
Only thing I would be concerned about is the Mercury as a team just being able to put up the score. But the Sky are so bad defensively that I'm sure even a bottom feeder like the Mercury can be able to go out there and score points on them.
Yeah, Mercury the last couple of games, though, 90 against Seattle, 89 against Toronto, 111 against Indiana. Like, they've been
So
putting
it's
up
been
some points
better.
lately.
Yeah, and that's so that leads me to my other point of why I feel like I just want to blindly trust the Mercury here. Give me the Mercury team total. I like the Mercury to go over that team total because the Chicago Sky are so bad defensively. 87.5. I think they can get 80. I think this is probably 90 on both sides. If you want to do it, both teams to score 90 plus money prop here, I think that's one of those looks. But Sky 7-3 to the over in their last 10 games. Mercury 7-3 to their team total in the last 10 games to the over. 2-0 in those games as a home favorite as well. You look at the Sky opponent's team total 7-3 to the over as well. So they've been letting teams get over their team total. Mercury have been scoring a lot better recently. And I like the pace in this one to be able to go a lot quicker if the Sky are able to push things. So I like the Mercury to go out here. They'll have a good showing. Maybe like them a lot better in the first half, ATS, and just say that they beat up on the Sky immediately out the gates. But I like points more. I like the over. So I'll take Mercury and over.
Yeah, I'm on the over as well, but I think I'll go with the Mercury team total over. I just think that at home with the recent surge they've had offensively, if the game goes over, Phoenix is probably scoring it somewhere in the at least mid 80s, which I think bodes well. So I'll go for the team total over on Phoenix.
Love it as well. All right. Before we get to the next game on the slate, gotta talk to me about Underdog. Spreads, money lines, totals, parlays, all available for you over there at Underdog Fantasy. Get in on the World Cup and MLB as well. Pick higher or lower your favorite players' fantasy stats. We'll do an Underdog lineup at the end of the show here. So make sure you go check out Underdog's awesome new offer for new customers. Play just $5, get $50 in bonus funds when you use that sign-up code NBA SGPN. We're also brought to you by Circa. NFL's greatest handicapping contest is back and better than ever with $30 million in prizes. $20 million for Circa Survivor, $6 million for Circa Million, and $4 million for Grandissimo. Sign up in Nevada and play from anywhere. Circa also takes Bitcoin, so head over to footballcontest.com. Use promo code SGPN and get your $50 off your processing fees, and you get 15% off your stay at Circa for contest weekend, August 27th through the 29th. Make sure you use that promo code SGP15 to use that Circa. Get 15% off of your hotel at Circa. Get 15% off at your hotel at Circa with promo code SGPN15. And a good time to use that would be during contest weekend, August 27th through 29th. All right. That was Tuesday, Scott. We're on to the Wednesday slate here. First game up on the docket, we've got the Toronto Tempo at home going up against the Golden State Valkyries. My Valkyries laying 7.5. 168.5 is the total. Let's see here. Injury report for these. Let's see if we can pull up an injury report this early for these two teams. And I've got right now nothing for the Valkyries. And then Kiki Rice, Julie Allman, Brittany Sykes, Kliandakova, Maria Kliandakova, Timofey Bile, all currently listed as out. Sheesh. All right, my Valkyries land 7.5 on the road here in the great Canada. Yeah, in Canada, Toronto. Scott.
I mean, I can't back Toronto, right? I know the Mabry 50-plus point game was fun, but they can't defend anybody. Like, you just read off
Good luck trying that with the Valkyries.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the Valkyries, we just saw give up less than 50 in an entire game. So I don't trust Toronto's ability to keep pace with the offense that the Valkyries have, because we've seen Toronto just not stop anybody for the last couple of months. Sykes got injured, which, of course, is a big deal because she's one of their best players. I don't see enough depth scoring-wise to keep up with the Valkyries, and the Valkyries' defense, we know, can claim basically anybody. This could get ugly. You said the Valkyries have won 5 in a row. They've been playing great basketball. Tempo, they're fun because they're up tempo and they don't play any defense. But you're not beating a team like the Valkyries if you can't guard anybody. So I'm going to take a better coach team, a more talented team, not to mention all the injuries you just read off. I got to go Valkyries. I think this team's just much better.
Opponents. How many opponents do you think got over their team total against the Valkyries in the last 10 games?
1.
That's it.
Is it 1?
That is it. One team got over their team total against the Valkyries in the last 10 games. In this 5-game win streak, they have not allowed a team to get over their team total.
And I believe it. Like, their defense is crazy.
They're 1-4 to the total in the last 5 games. Tempo are 3-2. I mean, Tempo 2-3 straight up in the last 5. We talked about this 5-game win streak for the Valkyries. The defense is lights out. The defense is lights out right now. And they're just doing enough offensively. Like, they don't have to put up a bunch of points if you can't score on them. They don't have to. They are the 15th ranked team in terms of pace in the league right now. In the last 5 games during it. Complete stopping the ball out of the half court, smothering you on defense. I don't know. I mean, the Toronto Tempo can score the ball. I'll give you that. 93.8 points per game. But, like, if you can't score on the Valkyries, then
you got no chance.
So if you're on Toronto, you're just saying that this Toronto offense, with all these pieces missing, by the way, can just find a way to be able to score on the Valkyries. I'm personally not saying that. I think
this game might be a rout. Like, I can see this game getting ugly.
For sure, it's going to be smothering in the first half. Definitely take that Valkyries first half. And what's that laying? How much laying? 3.5?
Yeah, give or take.
Probably like 3.5 in the first half. Yeah, probably 3.5, 4. I would lay that. Toronto Tempo team total, take the under on that. I think we just got to start fading teams on their team total against the Valkyries. Just rest of the season, see how it goes.
And it makes sense. I mean, the defense is crazy every time, which we know of, so why not?
So do that. Under on the total. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty clear cut there for me. I'm sorry, I'm not fading the Valkyries right now.
Yeah, I'm not.
This isn't the show to come to. First of all, this was never the show to come to if you were expecting to hear me fade the Valkyries, but definitely not on this 5-game win streak and the level of defense that Natalie Nakase has her group playing right now. And again, I can only imagine like when I feel like the Valkyries get the amount of talent that some of the other teams in the league have.
And they're approaching it. I mean, they've gotten some people, like getting Gabby was a big deal, but they're still missing that one inner circle superstar that can make them title contenders.
Like of the top teams in the league, Aces, Lynx, I guess we throw the Liberty in there. You know how we feel about them.
But they all have top 10, top 5 players.
Yes. And it's like, what did the Valkyries get a top 10, top 5 player?
I mean, I'm going to ask
Dream, top 10, top 5 player. Like,
I don't know if the Dream have a top 5, but they have multiple players in the top 20.
Well, the players think that Ryan Howard is the number 1 guard.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I'd put Ryan Howard top 5 in the league, but I think they have multiple top 20, top 15 players kind of thing. But like, I'm going to ask, like, I know it might not happen because they just made the finals. Like, could you see a hypothetical like AT scenario here with the Valkyries? Because that might be the piece they need. Like, I can see
that would be, hey, go run, try and chase a chip, and you don't have to join another super team. I think they just need like that dominant like scorer like at the end of the games that can just score the basketball. Like,
the problem is how many of those are available.
I know, but like they just need that scorer. Like it's the offense that really be doing them in sometimes when the defense doesn't, dominate and they gotta score points, they can't keep up. So like they just need that person that can go out there and get a bucket. Like,
I'm trying to think of who that hypothetically could be. Because like
you're talking about the Mercury Kalia Copper, I think would be a great person. Like, just insert her. She goes get a bucket. She'll play hard defensively as well. Like, they need somebody like that. They need a bucket. All right. Sorry about that. On to the next game. It's a rematch. Second half of a deja vu game. The Minnesota Lynx are on the road this time in Connecticut, going up against the Connecticut Sun. Lynx laying 8.5, 167.5 is the total. Let's see. So the big news here is going to be if Olivia Miles returns for this game or if this is a longer injury that keeps her out multiple games.
There's no update, but it's a calf injury, so who knows?
Nafisa Collier is resuming practices, and so I just want to say that is a domino that's going to fall probably in the next week, maybe 2. But that domino of Nafisa Collier, one day she's just going to be listed. Nafisa Collier is questionable, and then she's going to play. It could be random and early as this game. It could be the game after. But I'm pretty sure this domino is going to fall soon. Anissa Morrow, was out on that first game, so we'll see if she'll be able to come back in this game. And then Haley Villan has been out for a while. Whatever. All right. Well, for one, beautiful deja vu game where the dog wins the first game.
Yep.
That's how you draw it up. Double-digit dog gets the win on the road. And now the favorite has to go on the road and play that same team again. No way Connecticut gives them. Like, I know the Connecticut fans are like, oh, we did that. We won the game. Wow. And man, I can't wait to go to the game and see them play again and then get smacked. Like, that's the one I see them get smacked in. The Lynx already were good off a loss. Now it's back-to-back losses here. I mean, I think Connecticut gave them all they got. And I just honestly, truly, I can't imagine Cheryl Reeve not making the adjustments and having a much better game plan, whether Olivia Miles plays or doesn't. And this could be just a one game off where they just wanted to give her a game of rest and then they bring her back for this game. Like, But even if she's not, I think that she now, while the second game without Miles, she has a better game plan, and we see a better version of Kayla McBride, Courtney Williams, Natasha Howard that, really carries this Lynx team to a win here.
Yeah, I think it's a bit trickier for that because I just kind of want to know, obviously, if Miles is going to play. She's the best player on the team when Collier's out. No offense to Courtney, but I think Miles is an absolute lunatic. I just question, we just said earlier that Connecticut's been playing better lately, and that was on full display last game. It's a great deja vu spot, but calf injuries are tricky. Like, I know that it would be nice to get revenge against a team that just beat you, but the Lynx will make the playoffs, obviously. Like, it's not like there's really that much urgency to force her back for the immediate rematch.
Mm-hmm.
If she's out for the second straight game against Connecticut, do you still want to lay the 9.5? Because I feel like the line's just going to drop. I can't imagine the line staying the same if Miles is going to be out. So I'd rather take Connecticut now, assuming Miles is not going to play, and maybe you might get a middle opportunity. But how many points do you think Miles is worth in this game? Like 2,
definitely
3?
like a 1.5, 2. Like, I think it's closer to 2. Because she's just been so good. Like, and the fact that we now seen them lose a game when she is not there. But I just think that we're gonna get a lot better defensive effort. I mean, Kayla McBride, Courtney Williams, and Natasha Howard did their thing last time. And I think that is something that can be replicated on the road. Like, I think they can go out and still have a good game. That was the first game of Dorka Juhas as well. Trying to work herself back and get back in the game shape and all that. So Dorka's going to be playing another game here. They shot 50%. Yeah, Connecticut shot 50% for the game.
Yeah. Like I prefer the under because I think we're going to end up seeing better defense from the Lynx. But
this is a textbook deja vu under game. Oh, yeah. Scott, you just said the word. Textbook under game.
I just don't know if I actually want to bet the Lynx minus 9.5, who might be missing their top 2 players in the game. So yeah, I'd rather go with the under instead.
But Brittany Griner in that last game, 29 points, 11 for 14 from the field.
Yeah, she fully turned the clock back.
Like, that's not happening again. And she's feeling that. She felt every bit of those 29 points. She's not going to be back right in the next game like that. Who else had that? Kenny Burke, 3 for 4 from the 3, 6 for 8 from the field, 16 points off the bench. That's not happening again. It's not happening again. And also, I don't think that Connecticut is better with Aaliyah Edwards coming off the bench. I will always say that. I don't think they're a better team when Aaliyah Edwards is coming off the bench. So, yeah. Textbook deja vu spot for me, Scott. Taking Minnesota, laying the points with them in the second game to avenge whatever the heck happened in game 1 defensively, and I like the under. I think that the defense shows off here for Minnesota in this game. This is one of the better defenses in the league, giving up 90 points to Connecticut. They don't do that again. Under 167.5. Somebody said Sun team total under. I like that.
I don't mind that either.
All right. Anything else there?
Not really. I think it'll be interesting, but I don't expect Miles to play. Calf injuries, as we know, can be very tricky to deal with.
Yeah. It could be a 2-game stint. Could very well could. And if she doesn't, then you'll probably get a lower number on Minnesota. And then I think you should take that lower number.
That's kind of my point. Is that there's no point in backing this early if you think that she ends up sitting.
Yeah, so. I understand what you're saying. I still think that they'll at the end of the game, I think that they'll be able to cover the line. But yes, wait to place this bet. Don't place this now. Mm. All right. Indiana's on the road. Going to play the Los Angeles Sparks. These two teams played this isn't a deja vu game because they both have a game in between, but this was fairly recent that they just played. Indiana's laying 5.5, 184.5 is the total. This is also a game that you're going to have to watch the injury report because we have to see if Caitlin Clark is going to be playing in the game. Been out a couple of games with the back injury. Plum still out. Brink still being out and reevaluated. So
it's very simple for me, right? Are we still pushing the narrative? Because I'm still in for it. Because they look very good when she doesn't play. You can figure out who she is. You
They
can
just
figure out
won.
who she is.
Yeah,
I'm
they
just saying.
did. She did. She has been out the last 2 games, and they have won the last 2 games.
And how much they win those games by?
Math in public a lot.
Yeah, math in public a lot. That is correct.
A lot.
They've been smacking teams. Yes, I know Asia didn't play. They won by 16. Played the Sparks, won by 24. Every time Caitlin doesn't play, I back them and they win. That's kind of just how it goes. If you want to read into narratives, you can. I'm reading into money. Like, I'm fine with backing what's been working for me.
Oh my god.
People disagreeing with the narrative that they're better off without her clearly have not been betting on the Fever every time she doesn't play.
They went on a playoff
print.
run without her.
They print money every time Caitlin doesn't play. I gotta back them. Like, we just saw this. They won by 20 plus points.
Oh my gosh. Scott is hilarious.
I'm just being honest. They win every time she doesn't play. I have to point it out. And I mean, I actually want to see what the record is this season when Clark doesn't play. Like, are they undefeated? Have they lost the game that she's missed?
Has she missed a lot of games this season? I don't think it's been.
Well, she missed the last 2 they won. She missed another game they won by 17. So you're telling me she's missed 3 games all season, and they've won each of the 3 games by 17 plus points? 17 plus points.
I wonder what
all the games that she's missed they've won by. I gotta take the Fever. They're too good when Caitlin doesn't play. And the Sparks are god-awful. This team stinks. So I gotta go with the Fever. No-brainer for me.
Oh, man.
Playoff run and 17 plus points. Margin of victory in every game that she's missed.
Yeah, they definitely went on a playoff run. Like, took the Aces to 7.
To 5, but yeah.
Or 5, yeah.
Took them to 5, beat the Dream, who were one of the top seeds in the entire league. I get people, want to keep pushing pro-Caitlin agendas, but we like making money. Like, I'm not going to dismiss the most obvious trend imaginable, which is them winning every game she doesn't play in blowout fashion.
Oh, dude.
Every game.
I hope Kramer listens to this so bad. Like,
what am I supposed to say? Like, they're 3-0. They win every game by a mile.
I hope Kramer listens to this. He's not gonna listen. I hope he hears this because he was the first one. He was like, "Hey, I don't know if she looks that good, guys." Yeah. Like,
and we're not saying that like we're actively rooting against Caitlin Clark. This isn't a Caitlin versus Angel like one-sided like opinion that we have where we're biased against one or the other. When you're in the betting business, you got to go with what works. And watching Indiana look basically the same or arguably better when she's not in the lineup, we have a sample of about 2+ years.
Oh, man.
Am I supposed to ignore that? It's a pretty large sample, including multiple rounds of the playoffs. I can't ignore it. Indiana's good when she doesn't play. Give me Indiana.
So a few extra notes here. The last 10 games, Sparks 1-9 in the first half, 3-7 for the full game against the spread. Opponent's team total 7-3 to the over for their opponent. Fever 6-4 in their last 10 games to the team total. They've been scoring without Clark as well. So that's something that you could look at here at the team total going over for the Indiana Fever. But I'm with Scott, man. They are just a really good team when she does not play. And, like, I understand that I had my concerns with the Fever and laying the points all season. But, like, she's not out there. They are underestimated. And they probably should be playing a little bit more against this LA team, if we're being honest. Like, the Sparks have not been the best. And they did just, what was it, 26, you said? 24, something like that?
Yeah.
Type of 26-point game or something, 26-point loss or something like that. Like, trying to bounce back from that. Especially without Plum. Like, the Sparks are just in hell, honestly. They're just in hell without Plum. And so I can't take them. I'm with you. I'll go Indiana, laying the points. I like Indiana team total more than the full game over, but I will go full game over and say the Sparks do their part.
I think I'd rather just take Fever team total over. Watching the Sparks play lately, I'm not sure they can score, but I know for a fact they can't defend anybody. So give me Indiana team total over.
Yeah, they did just let Flage drop 20 plus on him. That was kind of crazy. Oh man. All right. Dude, Scott, you are hilarious.
I mean, I'm just being honest. Like, I feel like people just try to dance around reality and try to build narrative. Just go by what you're watching.
I would take Indiana in the first half in this game because they are on the first leg of a back-to-back. So just in case they do actually like get a comfortable lead and say, all right, let's start working a lot more of the backups in and give some players. So, instead of like 30 minutes, somebody like a Kelsey Mitchell or Leah Boston might be playing like 28, 27, like something like that. And that could do something. So I think I would like a Indiana first half probably would be my more preferred bet if I were to get it down on the Indiana side, just because second leg of back-to-back, they might play around in the second half. All right. That's it. Before we get to Lock, Dog, and Underdog, gotta talk to the people about Kalshi. On Kalshi, you can trade spreads, money lines, totals, and futures, and a whole bunch of more. Make sure you go check them out. They're available in a whole bunch of different states, so go check and see if you're supported. Hey, new Kalshi customers get $10 when they use that promo code SGPN. That is Kalshi, Kalshi, promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm, your official data tool for dominating MLB, WNBA, golf, and the World Cup. Rhythm's models can help you cash in and dominate the books, or you can build your own models. Get that 7-day free trial over there at Rhythm. Use that promo code SGPN25 when you download the Rhythm app for 25% off your first month. Download Rhythm, use that promo code SGPN25. All right. Lock, Dog, Underdog. We've been good with Underdog recently, Scott.
Yeah.
Lock. I will go with the Mercury team total over 87.5.
Okay.
Let's trust the look there. Dog. Back-to-back wins in New York for Dallas. I don't think so. I don't think I have a alt line that I can take up on Indiana because I would do that. But so let's go back to today. And let's get a prop because Paige Beckers is going up against Stewie. It's no Phoebich out there. And Paige is a bucket. A guaranteed bucket. Certified bucket. Like a pure basketball bucket. Like if you love the game of basketball and you watch it, you just appreciate watching somebody play basketball like that right there. And so I think that she's going to put on a show. And plus the Liberty will let opposing guards, like, especially like the high name guards, kind of go off on against them. So I'll take Paige Beckers. 25 plus points is the only line that I could get. So I'm going 25 plus points at plus 204.
All right. For my lock, it was either going to be the Valkyries or it was going to be the Mercury. I'll go Valkyries. They've been in great form lately. Toronto, I've not been a fan of lately. So I'm going to go with the Valkyries. I'll go for the minus 7.5 at minus 110 as my lock. I just think right now they're fully dialed in. Defensively, they're great. Toronto can't guard anybody. See a good spot. I'll go for the Valkyries here in this one. For the dog, if Caitlin's not playing, I'm laying. Give me the Fever minus the alt spread here. Give me the Fever minus. I'm going to go 8.5. I'm going to go with the 8.5 here at plus 145.
Scott said if Kate is not playing, I'm laying.
I mean, they're really good when she doesn't play. We just saw this matchup like a week ago and they won by 24. They played the Aces.
That is Bible now. When I say that's Bible, because imagine all the times that she's not playing in their dogs.
And you're getting good numbers. Yeah, as you said. You're getting good numbers.
And if you had laid the points with them, you would be, that is Bible now. If
they were dogs against
Caitlin's
the
not
Aces.
playing, yes. So imagine if you laid points with them. Imagine the plus money. If Caitlin's not playing, I'm laying Bible. That is
Yeah,
commandments. WNBA commandments.
Give me the 8.5 plus 145. We just saw them smack the Sparks by 20 plus without her. Scored 110 points, basically. The Sparks are terrible anyway, but I see margin. So give me the Fever minus 8.5 at plus 145 as my dog for the show.
Hey, Scott, wait till that first game when she comes back.
Oh, when they lose? We'll see what happens, but like I don't know when she's gonna come back, but I'll keep backing this team when she doesn't play.
Can you see? I have a tear in my eye. I have
We
a tear.
We have a
tear
large
coming
sample.
out of my eye.
It's a large sample. We're in a couple of seasons. Yeah. So yeah, give me the Fever.
Oh my gosh, yo. Underdog. We got to do an underdog lineup. Oh man. Let's see. Okay, I got it pulled up. What do we like? Well, I want to throw Paige in underdog.
Okay, that's fine.
20 and
I mean,
a
with
half.
no Phoebus, it's going to be a tough defensive match for this team.
Like, especially if you start Astier and Ionescu, I don't think either one of them can. Well, Astier for sure doesn't have the size. Ionescu just doesn't have the ability. So it's like now you got to bring in Lainey Hamilton and tell her, yo, I need you to go guard Paige. Like, I don't know if that's going to work out. All right. So I like that look. Kalia Copper?
Yeah.
Dog. Like, I just
we keep taking her and she keeps cashing.
She keeps doing it. Kalia Copper. Like, it's one of my. I do like taking the rookies, Sydney Taylor, but we don't have to take a Sky player at all.
Yeah, I don't know if I want.
Do you want to go? Do we want to go both on these 2-game slate, or do we want to dip into Wednesday as well? We can.
Oh, we do. We actually have options on Wednesday.
Yes, we do have options on Wednesday, so we can dip into that.
So what do we like?
Valkyries and Toronto. Well, I don't like taking anything on the Valkyries games. Oh, well, I'm sorry. The Minnesota, Connecticut only got Olivia Miles because they don't want to take any chances.
Yeah, so I guess we're.
But it's a whole bunch of options in. Well, not a whole bunch of options. Oh yeah, because so basically they didn't give you any Indiana players except Clark because they're just waiting on her to officially be announced out. Underdog. This is. I don't like that underdog. You could take NECA or Hamby.
Actually, I saw it in the comment section. You want to take Cardoso?
Camilla, what rebounds?
Yeah, that or points.
I think AT is going to keep her off the glass.
Okay, so you want to do points?
I don't think I'm sold.
Okay, fair enough.
I think I feel a lot better just staying away. Let's take AT assist.
It's either that or we go full Diggins Smith protest game and we take the lowers. She just starts sulking and just starts tanking games, basically.
Or does she start playing better?
Depends. Do you think she does?
I could see her come off the bench and give a.
That's such a risky proposition, though.
It is. It very is. I don't want to play the game, but I understand those that would want to play the game. All right, so we can. So here's where I think that we can go. We can either go AT assists. I could play Stewie points, and I can also play Jessica Shepard because the Liberty can't rebound shit.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do the Shepard rebounds.
And they're only 11.5.
Yeah.
I mean, not 11.5, 10.5.
Yeah.
And she's normally she's getting 12, 13 rebounds per game. And they're at 10.5. So I'm fine with that. All right. Jessica Shepard higher 10.5 rebounds. Paige Beckers higher 20.5 points. And Clea Copper higher 19.5 points. Add that on Underdog, shake it up, and you're going to get 5.65x. $100 gets you $565 over there. Underdog Fancy. Make sure you use that promo code NBA SGPN. Scott, anything else for the people before we get up out of here?
Not really. Looking forward to the games. Once again, if Caitlin's not playing, I'm playing. Put it on the shirt. I gotta reach out to Kramer and Sean. That's a pretty good.
That's a great shirt. That's a great shirt. It makes you a lot of money.
It does.
It makes you a lot of money. Oh, and if it hits, it's just gonna make it so much better. All right. If it hits, we're definitely sending the notice for a shirt for sure.
Yeah.
All right. He's at Rush Already. I'm at really raw __. Make sure you give us a follow at SGPN NBA, youtube.com/NBA Gambling Podcast, and give us a 5-star rating and review wherever you get your podcast for the WNBA Gambling Podcast. With that, there's it. I have nothing else to say, nothing else to do. No other way of ending the podcast, just ending like this. We are wow.